Welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I'm super excited. I got so much game to give y'all, and I'm super ecstatic about sharing it. So my name is George McCoy. I go by Millionaire McCoy. This is my YouTube page. This is my YouTube channel, and this is video number 1. And for those who don't know me, I specialize in teaching individuals about mastering credit and getting access to capital for personal or for business use. So I want to talk about this particular topic in my first video because this is a topic that I see so many people struggle with, and it's all centered around personal credit. A lot of people are having issues with paying off credit card debt. And what I'm seeing, because they're having this issue with paying off credit card debt, they are scared to try to get approved for anything. They're scared to try to get funding for their business. They're scared to build banking relationships. They're not doing anything credit-wise. And for business owners, a lot of us are now using our savings. We're bootstrapping, right? We're using the money that we have coming in instantly to put into our business, besides using OPM, which stands for other people's money. And when we talk about other people, we're not talking about our Uncle Elroy or our cousin Ray Ray or our Auntie Shirley. We're talking about the banks. We're talking about the financial institutions. We're talking about JP Morgan and Chase. We're talking about PNC. We're talking about Wells and Fargo, all right? We're talking about the financial institutions, the banks. Those are the best business partners to have because they will actually give you $10,000, $15,000. They'll give you $30,000, $50,000 for you to actually start, scale, and launch your business or to take your business to the next level. But like I said, so many people are struggling with credit card debt. They don't even have late payments. They don't even have negative items. They just have maxed out credit cards with no signs of being able to pay it off and no strategy. So one of the things that I like to teach those trickery strategies to be able to get things done no matter what. I'm one of those type of coaches and one of those type of mentors that finds a way to make it happen no matter what obstacle is in our way. And when it comes to credit card debt, I'm gonna give you a strategy that I believe will help save your credit score and get you access to business funding, all right? So let's go over it, all right? So a lot of people, like I said, are struggling with credit card debt. And because you're struggling with credit card debt, this is hurting your credit score significantly and you're not able to get any approvals. Credit utilization, which means how much of your credit are you actually utilizing? This makes up for 30% of your credit score. Let me break that down a little bit deeper, and I want you to take notes on this. Note takers are money makers. So you want to make sure you're writing some notes down, all right? So your credit score ranges from a 300, meaning you get 300 points no matter what. Just for having a social or just for having an I-10, you get 300 points. And your credit score can go as high as an 850. That's the highest you can get no matter what, right? 850 credit score. So in the middle of that, that's 550 points that you can earn, okay? 550 points that the behavior that you do, you can earn all 550 points and get a perfect 850 credit score. So with that being said, credit utilization makes up 30% of the 550 points that you can earn. So that's 165 points. Now, if you got 50% utilization, if you got 75% utilization, if you got 100% utilization, you're probably not getting any of those 165 points, all right? If you got maxed out credit cards, you're missing out on almost 165 points on your credit score. But here's a strategy to help you guys with that, all right? So first, understand that credit utilization only counts towards your credit cards and your revolving accounts, okay? Only towards your credit cards and your revolving accounts, which is typically credit cards or store accounts, merchant accounts, all right? Now, when it comes to student loans, when it comes to personal loans, when it comes to, auto loans, mortgage loans, That doesn't have nothing to do with your credit utilization. It's only credit cards. So if we want to lower our credit usage, lower our credit utilization, we got to focus on the credit card debt. Now, here's the good stuff. Here's the sauce. Here's the hack. All right? No McDonald's, just Millionaire McCoy. I'm about to give you some sauce and nuggets. All right? Here's the hack. Now, when it comes to credit card debt, if we can move the credit card debt over to a personal loan, now that's going to lower your credit utilization, and that's going to release over 100 points, up to 160 points towards having an 850 credit score. All right, we got to get the credit utilization down, and we can do that by applying for a personal loan and moving that credit card debt to the personal loan, which basically just means get a personal loan, use that to pay off your credit cards, and now the debt is off of your credit cards and you just got to pay back the personal loan. That's going to lower your credit utilization, and that's going to boost your credit score tremendously. Now you might be thinking, how can I get a personal loan if my credit score is so low because I got high credit utilization? Which is a simple, little thing that we can fix. It ain't hard. We got to go for the places that actually approve people for personal loans, even if you got high utilization. Now, that's not going to be Bank of America. That's not going to be Chase. That's not going to be US Bank. That's not going to be PNC. That's typically not going to be the major banks. Even some of the credit unions might be a little iffy on approving you for a personal loan if you got high credit utilization, just being honest. But there's a such thing called bridge loans, all right? Bridge loans, like a bridge that you cross. Bridge loans, where you got different institutions that will approve you for a personal loan, and they specialize in approving you for personal loans that will pay off your credit card debt, okay? Now, what place can we go to get approved for a loan to pay off our personal credit card debt? Let me give you the play, all right? I want you to go to this website. It's called SoFi, SoFi.com, SoFi.com. They will actually approve you anywhere between $5,000 to $100,000 to pay off your personal credit card debt. All right. They give very competitive interest rates, and they don't charge extra fees. Super plug. This is what I do when I come across a funding client, somebody who wants to get funding from me, but they have like 50% credit utilization, 100% credit utilization. We go to a place like SoFi to be able to get that personal loan, and we use that to pay off the credit card debt. Now, what happens? That credit card usage goes all the way down to zero, and that makes the credit score go all the way up into the mid 700s, even for some of y'all into the 800s, all right? So that's a super cool way to be able to pay off your credit card debt by getting a personal loan from a bridge loan place like SoFi.com. Now, here's a bonus that I want to give you. I always love to give bonuses. Once you get that credit score up, because now your utilization is down and your credit score goes up, you can now put yourself in a position to get approved for business funding, all right? And if you know anything about me, my favorite type of business funding is 0% interest business credit cards, because we can actually max out the business credit cards, all right? It's not going to hurt us because it's no such thing as utilization on the business side. Utilization it's not a factor on the business side, but also because the business credit cards most of the time don't even show up on the personal credit report. So you can have a maxed out business credit card. And if it's a maxed out business credit card at 0% interest, which most of them will give you 0% interest for the first 12 months of you having the card, guys, you get to hold that debt on that card for a whole year, pay a minimum payment. So let's say you got, a $10,000 business credit card and you max out the entire $10,000. Well, you may only have to pay like $100 a month to keep the minimum payment satisfied, and then you're holding that big old balance on that business credit card, but they're not adding interest to the debt. With regular credit cards, you're gonna get interest added to any debt that you hold on that card, and that makes the card way more expensive, that makes your balance way higher, and that puts you in a lot of debt and puts you in risk of going out of business, right? But what we do, we use 0% interest business credit cards. So you could go get a 0% interest business credit card, use that, all right? Use that 0% interest business credit card to pay off the personal loan that you got from SoFi, all right? Now, how will we do that? Well, you can liquidate, all right? Liquidate the business credit card, meaning take the credit and turn it into cash, all right? It's a few ways on how to do that. I'll explain that in another video, but we basically want to get the money off of the credit card. And one quick way I can give you right now, you could just put your credit card on PayPal, send somebody 2 or 3 different PayPals that equals $10,000, and have them send the money right back to you, all right? Don't do the whole $10,000 in one transaction. That might raise a red flag. Do like 3 different $3,200, $3,300 transactions, all right? Now, we sent the money from the credit card to somebody else's PayPal, and then we just have to send them back to our PayPal, and then you cash it out and have the balance go to your checking account. You have successfully turned the credit card into cash, and then we use that cash that's in the checking account now to pay off the SoFi loan. So now, what just happened? I want y'all to follow along with me. We started off with heavy credit card debt. We got a personal loan from SoFi.com. We used that to pay off the credit card debt. So now that credit card debt has moved from credit cards on the personal side to this personal loan. And now what happens is our credit card utilization on our personal credit came down, which makes our credit score goes up. All right. Now that we got a higher credit score, we can leverage our personal credit, use it as a personal guarantor to go and get business credit, all right, business credit card at 0% interest. We liquidate that 0% interest business credit card, and then we use that to pay off the SoFi loan. So now you got a paid off personal loan on your personal credit report, which is gonna make your personal credit report look even stronger and sexier than what it did before all of this. And now that debt is not even showing up on your personal credit at all. It's all on the business side. But it's not just on the business side, it's on a 0% interest business credit card. And now you have successfully moved that debt from your personal to your business at 0% interest. You raised your credit score, and you're saving money because you're not paying interest on that debt no more. Now you gave yourself 12 months of breathing room to pay off that debt, all right? Without even paying no more interest on it. So I wanted to give you guys that because I know a lot of Americans are struggling with credit card debt right now, but you don't have to. This is the strategy on how you get that credit card debt paid off. And then I gave you a bonus on how you get the credit card debt removed off the personal credit and moved over to the business side. And that is a hack from your boy, Millionaire McCoy. And yeah, I hope you go run those plays and make it happen. So go ahead, comment below if you were able to successfully get this done. Let me know, all right? And if you have any questions or comments, make sure you comment in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and share this video with somebody that you know who could use these type of gems, this type of game to get out of credit card debt. And I'll see you on the next video. And don't forget to give yourself more credit. Peace.